I'm loving it.
All
I
right, let's go.
am. So well, you ain't gonna believe.
Believe.
Go ahead and say it, Michael.
What, you not gonna
You
believe?
ain't.
You ain't gonna believe.
You right. You ain't gonna believe episode 5 in the building, 2026. It is March the 29th. Happy birthday to my nephew, Pip. Don't act.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not my birthday.
Moving right along. That's my famous laugh, and it's contagious, but moving right along. Michael got some questions
Okay,
he want to ask Auntie.
I got like 12 good questions I want to ask you.
I'm excited. Let me
Okay, so
know.
my first question is, what do you secretly worry about right now?
Being received from people.
Receive like how?
If they're gonna like, you ain't gonna believe, or how they're gonna see me in
Okay.
this light, because it's a positive podcast, and I've always been negative. Like I've drawn people away from me because I'm so negative.
But people who really know you, yes, you have some negative tendencies, but you are positive as well. But that we just gonna move along. Okay, if you could redo one moment in your life, what would it be?
um, I wouldn't want to be walking around telling people to suck my dick.
Okay.
That's not ladylike, it's not classy, it's not becoming, but that's what happened to me and made me turn into this monster
Hmm.
life, a lot of stuff in life. So that was my defense mechanism. And I don't mind saying it because I really wish I had one to put in somebody's motherfucking mouth. I really do. I
I
do.
believe. I
A
believe
big one at that, a big black
that.
one, a succulent, big, juicy. Sorry. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you want but feel scared to say out loud?
That I'm living in a lot of pain.
Okay.
I live in pain and don't nobody know or care because I act like I'm strong and got it all together
Hmm.
and like I don't need nobody's help, but I really am broke down in my spirit because I struggle with Christianity now that I know that it's been fake
Hmm.
and it's been lies, and it was never something that you should, like all the money that we invested in church, there's no return. So we just threw money away. We was believing stuff that was said to us because we didn't know and study for ourselves.
Okay. That's a good answer. That's a real
Well,
good
thank you.
answer. Okay, this is right up your alley. When did the last time you cried and why?
I cry every day. I almost busted one. I cry all the time.
But what makes you cry? Like what gets you so emotional to the point that it makes you just want to cry all the time?
I don't cry all the time, but when I'm by myself, I see how life really is,
Hmm.
how life has really done people. And I know that if you don't do everything you can to fix your own life, nobody's coming to save you.
Okay.
And I wanted to be a savior for a long time till I realized I was sinking myself. I was drowning trying to help everybody else. So I had to learn how to swim all over.
Okay. Okay. That was neat. Okay. What's one part of yourself you're still learning to love?
The person that is hurt, the little girl inside of me,
Okay.
she's still hurt.
You think she'll ever get over the hurt?
Well, she is getting over it as we speak, but she still don't understand why the church did what they did to her. And that's the part that I wasn't even a little girl. That part just sets me back to when I was a little girl. Those are the two helpless moments in my life that nobody was there for me. So
Okay. What do you feel most proud about lately, though? What makes you feel so proud?
My family.
Okay.
I love me some Chapmans. I
We love you
love my
back.
Payne, my Epps, my Bradley. I love all y'all. Every name that Jones, don't leave out Carter, he'll beat me up. That's why I said Payne and Epps, Trey and Toddy ain't gonna listen. My brothers, my three brothers, Robin, Kip, and Tulum,
Hmm.
all their offsprings. My sister is my best friend and the only long-standing person that still loves me. Out of everybody in my entire life, my sister's the only best friend that I really have that's been there for me all my entire life. And I went out here and made friends all over the world, and none of those relationships panned out. So I'm glad my mom taught us family is important. My mother was the strongest woman I know now, but when she was alive, I thought she was weak. But anybody that can keep a family together for all the years that she did, and knowing everything that she went through, you got to be strong.
Yeah, because I know this is your interview, but just
Listen,
on that topic alone, I just feel that her silence was her strength.
it was. Here, I thought she was weak because she didn't complain and call. Just, yeah, my
She
mama
carried a lot on
was
her shoulders from the
Jesus.
outside looking in. That's just what I saw.
And I ended up being the weak noodle.
No.
I was the weak one while I was talking stuff. Yeah, I'm the weak noodle.
Okay, this question you already really touched on, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. What's something you're not over, even if you act like it?
What people did to me
Hmm.
intentionally
Hmm.
just be fucking cause they could. People did shit to me just because they could. I didn't deserve it. I didn't do nothing for it to happen. Just because you could,
Hmm.
you did. And you gonna wish you had a never because you didn't know who you was fucking with in the first place. And neither did I. So now that I know that all this time God been covering and keeping me in his perfect peace and his will, and now I'm aligned with him and I love him so much and my relationship with him is so powerful
Hmm.
that now I don't give two flying fucks about nothing and nobody who ever left me and stopped fucking with me and don't have nothing to do with me
Hmm.
because they didn't have the patience and understanding to wait till God fixed me. That's something I don't lose sleep over anymore.
Okay.
I ended up finding out my sister is the only person who really loved me because she's never given me an ultimatum and said, you got to be this way or that way. She lets me be who I am, crazy, bipolar, you name it, embarrassing. But she ain't never tried to tell me how to do what. She just let me be and allowed me to live. And I learned that through my mother. I always wonder why she ain't leave daddy. That's because mommy knew who she was marrying. That was her marriage, and it wasn't my business. And she died loving that man. So
She
that's why it
did.
was easy for us to just love him till he died. Because if mommy loved him that much, he was good enough for us. So
Well,
I know that got
I
off the
didn't have no
subject.
choice but to love.
Well, yeah, because he was good to
Yeah,
y'all.
I didn't.
They were,
By the time
they,
I came into the picture,
daddy was,
the dust
well,
settled. So I
you know. Well, yes, he was a dirty dog, but he was her dirty dog. And she knew he might come home with fleas, but she had the damn medicine for his funky ass.
okay. What part of your past still haunts you a little bit?
Knowing that I was a little girl who was violated, but I grew up and now I be looking at the motherfuckers who did the shit like, why? That's why my book is the subtitle is Why in the Fuck?
The why was because they were sick in the head, and unfortunately, you was just the prey that was there.
I know it don't
But
change
it's
the
not your.
fucking
I know it
fact.
doesn't change the fact,
It
but
don't change the fucking
it's
fact
not your
that
fault.
you shouldn't have done what you done and know that I'm gonna grow up and know that that shit was wrong and
Right.
be looking at you like, why in the fuck? You should have messed with somebody that would have forgot. I didn't. That's why forgiveness is hard for me. I don't
Okay.
forgive people because I remember too motherfucking much. I'm remembering the shit. I ain't sitting like, oh, You was sick. Fuck you and your sickness. You was
I mean,
wrong. I was
yes,
a child.
yes,
I've been working with kids all my life
right,
because of that.
right.
I needed to study kids to see what about a kid that would make
Nothing.
you want to violate all the hoes and bitches and tramps and sluts out here throwing pussy away and giving pussy away. You got to violate a kid.
Because of a
You
sick
got to be a sick
individual.
bastard
Yeah,
or bitch, whichever, men or women. So, yeah. And
yeah.
so how I became is because of what I've been through. I'm tired of people wondering, why are you like this? Did you have a beautiful upbringing and a great life? That's your business. I didn't. So I had to make the best of the situation. I was dealt a hand, baby. I got all 52 of the motherfucking cards.
Okay, so even though your beginning of your life was rough, don't you think like this part of your life is great?
This is the best part of my life
Right,
today. That's why I got the podcast, and it's a positive podcast.
right.
I don't want to be on here talking about what other people doing
Mm-hmm.
in other people's business, reporting on news that you don't know if it's. I wanted a positive platform where we could talk about growing, glowing, and loving,
Right.
and doing good and representing God
Mm-hmm.
the way you should. He been
Right.
misrepresented. Period. So that's why I wanted this podcast.
Okay.
I could get grimy, I could be trifling, I'm good at it, and we all know, but that's not who I am. That's who I became because of fuck shit and bullshit and more shit from other people with they shit. And it made me turn into this
This.
shit. So I don't want that. I
Okay.
want something where today they can look at, you ain't gonna believe, and see Micah representing Crunch, letting people know, bring your money down here. We'll teach you how to be looking good, wearing it well, working out. You feel me? And that's just one of your jobs. You feel me? You can teach people just by talking to me on this platform that anybody can do anything they put their mind to, because
That's
you
true.
know I've been wanting a podcast for 5 years, and I had to go to school and get dog walked in this motherfucker because I don't know how to do the shit they doing.
But you made it through, and you got
I
your
ain't
podcast.
made it through yet. I
But
ain't
you got your
graduated. Shit. Baby, I got 4 more months and it's kicking my ass. Shit, every time I go, I be like, God, why? I know it's God. He's the only one that can tell me what to do, and I listen.
Okay.
Go to school, learn these computers. Jesus, can't somebody just do the work for me? No. So
Okay. So my next question is, what would your younger self be proud of you today for?
that she took up for herself. Since I was 11, I tried to kill myself doing drugs at 11, and I'm 61. So for 50 years, I've been taking care of myself the best way I know how, the best way I knew how, and it wasn't the best way, but it was the best way
That
I
you
knew
knew
how.
how. That's understandable.
I learned how to survive. I've been loved all my life. I didn't think it was love, but my mom and dad loved me. And so,
They love you to the
but I
best of their
learned how,
ability.
right.
They did. All
And
of you
so,
all.
but I learned how to survive in the streets. I went to the streets. I was mad at God. I didn't want to serve him at all. If you call somebody to violate me when I was a kid, and then I had to respect that same kind of person, I don't want to serve you. So I intentionally was out here doing whatever the devil had me wanting to do that I thought I was big and bad enough to do, and I did it. The only difference between God and the devil is God gives you what he gives you and it's yours. But when you serve the devil, soon as you decide to go back to God, that raggedy piece of shit ass bitch, take everything he gave you and strip you of it.
Okay.
But he didn't hurt me. He made me love God even more because I was able to see the difference. And I tell people all the time, if you haven't served a God and you haven't served the devil, you don't know who the hell you serving. You got to know both. And the ultimate information is they're you. I ain't looking over here and it's a devil and looking over here and it's an angel. They both inside me. When I tell you to kiss my ass, go to hell, fuck you, I am representing the devil. When I say I love you, how you doing, bless the Lord, be blessed, I am representing God. So
Okay.
both of them are in us.
That's
He's
true.
not in the sky. He not coming back to save us. We are gods.
We're
They don't
here
like
and here.
hearing it.
No, they
But
don't.
I'm a God on this earth. I'm a little Christ-like human being. Everything that good that happens to me is because God covered me to make that happen. Anything bad that comes out of me, I did it on my own because I'm representing the devil. So we're both each individual. I mean, we are all, each one is who you pick and choose to represent and what people bring out of you when they come across your path. Because I can be sweet as I can be with you because you know I love you.
Right.
But somebody else could come in here and I treat them like shit. Why? Because I don't like them. But I don't go around mistreating people. That's not my MO. I'm good to everybody. I make people laugh. I tell jokes. I put a smile on your face. I like to compliment people. That's who I always been. I always been that person. But when I'm not doing that, it's because I'm miserable.
So is it safe to say that you are closed off to people until you get to know them, and then you can open up and give them your heart?
Right.
Got you. So when
Right.
you first meet somebody coming in, you like, I
Now,
don't know you. Right.
because I used to just love everybody because that's what we were taught to do.
Okay.
I need tissue. I'm snotting on there. But yeah, I used to love everybody off the rip because that's what we were trained and taught to do in church. Church was the place where I really picked up stuff so I could learn how to be a lady. I didn't, have desires to be a woman and a lady. They used to bore the whole hell out of me. I wanted to be a tramp, slut, bitch, skank, skeezer, all the fun shit you could think of, a prostitute. I wanted to do all the fun shit because they didn't show you on television back then what they was doing in the room. They just show you dressed to the nines, looking cute, and go in a room and come out with all this money. Who wouldn't want that?
Being really is fun.
You.
It looks fun and it
Hello,
seems fun.
hello.
It's like being a kid
So
in a
I
candy
didn't
store.
have dream. I didn't never be like, I'm gonna be a career girl. I don't fucking want to work for nobody. You gotta be. I want to fuck the boss at the job, and marry him, and y'all work for me. I dreamed of marrying a rich man. They don't fuck with me. The broke niggas love me to no end, and I just let them do that shit. I was broke too. Shit.
Okay.
So, it is what it is.
Okay. So what do you pretend doesn't matter, but it really does?
That I don't care.
Okay.
I say I don't care, but I really care. That's what's wrong.
I think people who really know you would know that, or took the time to realize, or took the time to, how can I say this? Took the time to really pay attention to you and your actions would know that you really do care more than you say that you don't.
I
Because
do.
people who
I
don't
care
care,
too much.
you care too much
I
because
do.
you very opinionated about the things you care about. So that lets you know you care.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with caring too much.
It's a Sagittarius thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I know. I care too much about a lot of
Yeah,
things that I shouldn't too. So I mean, I get it.
Listen.
Okay, so what truth are you still scared to live fully?
What truth?
Yeah.
I don't know what that line of question, like, what truth are you? You got to break that down. You know I'm
Like,
dumb.
you're
Shit.
not dumb. Like,
Yeah.
deep down in your soul, you are a loving person, or hell, if you just want to be a bitch on wheels, or like whatever it is that is you truly. Are you afraid to live it? Was that the question? Hold on, I forgot
Yeah.
that quick. To live fully, I mean, I'm sorry.
Say the question again, cause baby,
What truth are you still scared to live fully?
I don't know.
Okay.
That's not something I ever.
Thought about?
Yeah, cause I don't know that I don't live in my truth. Like I live in my truth.
Okay, well that's your
So,
answer
yeah, I
then.
don't
Yeah.
know how to live in the fake.
Got you.
Like if I could be fake, I would probably be quiet.
Okay.
In order for me to be quiet,
Mm-hmm.
I would have to be fake. So I don't know how to not live in my truth because I'm so busy being honest even though it makes me look bad, I don't know how to care about how I look because God gave me looks when I was young. I'm over that. That's why when I saw a clip of Nene Leakes, she was bragging about being back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she was thanking Andy Cohen. And I just seen this today, and I was looking at her, and she said, "Pick your face up off the floor at the end." And I was like, "Go find your face, because you look like Kim, the white lady, but you sound like Nene." And that's why I don't want that kind of podcast, because I would be going the fuck in on the stuff that don't matter to me and ain't gonna feed me, fuck me, or finance me. So
Right.
that's why my podcast is not about other people and what other people are doing. My podcast has to be about something I need to talk about or you want to talk about that somebody can benefit from. It has to be inspirational, motivational, and informational
Okay.
and educational. You need to learn something from it, even though I'm gonna laugh and have you cracking up and, try to entertain you, but I don't want to leave you with nothing.
Right.
I want you to want to see the next episode because you don't know what I'm bringing. And I won't ever be like somebody else. God gave me my own
Platform.
platform. He gave me my own swag. He gave me my own everything. So he don't want me mimicking nobody but him. So when I sit down in the chair, even if I'm drinking some wine, that's my business because I'm 61. And even if I cuss, God is not intimidated by my isms or my antics.
No.
Man and woman is. So he said, "You be the best Tina you can be for me, and they'll see me through you." And that's what the podcast is for. Just like having you today, you my favorite nephew. They all know it, so that's not something that's new.
Right.
You was my firstborn baby boy that I spoiled royally, that Margot gave me. So I learned how to be a good parent with my two kids because I played with Margot's two. Her daughter's the oldest, he's the baby. My daughter is the oldest, my son is the baby. So the next person that I need to get on this podcast is my baby,
He'll
because
come.
he's going to see that he can interview
You
mommy
better come, Dale.
and bring out the best in me, because that's the goal. Because even I had Tata here
Right.
with her friend. We haven't edited or put it out, but they don't like the new me. They're like, "No, we want you to be ghetto and hood." Because I've been that all my life. That's why y'all loved me. That was never my position. And that's not my place to be. Like Shea said, you the most inappropriate person I ever met in my life. Do you think that made me feel good? I bust the whole hell out laughing so hard because I thought, well, what the fuck you got me babysitting your kids for? You feel me? If you feel that fucking way. So I can't be that damn inappropriate. And even if I am, you don't give a damn. But
Right.
thanks for letting me know. She was the same person that said, you fake. When she was a teenager, I said, "No, the fuck I ain't." She said, "Yes, you are. As soon as your friends leave, you talk about them like a dog." Whoops. So I had to stop being fake. I didn't think I was fake. I thought I was just having a conversation with her about them, but she didn't like that. But that helped me, so I don't do that no more. There's things that I didn't know that I was fucked up doing that I know now. So that's why I better myself every day. I work on Tina. I had to let go of people so I could work on me. I'm still fucked up, but I'm better than I was. I'm sitting here on YouTube's platform trying to be positive on a podcast. So that tells you God is real. Why? Tina's ass would have been having Joe's hoes on this motherfucker, throwing pussy all through this motherfucker, because that's who I was supposed to be. Shit, a madam up in some motherfucker where, but that's not how it played out, because that's not who I was. That's who I became, trying to run from stuff that wasn't happy and healthy and whole for me.
Right.
So now I found a safe place and a safe space in God.
Now, do you think God gave you the children that you have so you would change and you wouldn't go down that route?
Yeah. Yeah. Shay and Dale's my pride and joy. They saved me because I was going to die the way I was living. And that's why I poured a lot into them and told them a lot of stuff that I should not have because I thought I was going to die and they at least won't be dumb when I'm dead. It didn't pan out that way because I thought the way I was living would get me killed because I was dangerously living.
So
out
with
here.
that being said, have you ever, when you was like alone in your bed, laying down, thought about your whole life and who you are, and then having the children that you have and the outcome and how they live and who they are? Do that make you feel good? Like,
Yeah,
because
they turned out
they could
real
have been very
good
different.
for me
Cher could have
being
had,
their mom.
and Dale could have been
That's what I'm saying.
right.
So that's why my first podcast, me and Shaya, at the end, oh no, it was with the second one with Kiki. I said, God showed me that I was looking for riches and fame because of all the wrong reasons. He showed me I'm already rich when you have a family who loves you, a roof over your head, bills are being paid, and you don't have to ask nobody for nothing. And your kids are grown and they still come to your house even though you know you get on their nerves, and your grandkids love you, that's riches. So I wanted it in the money and material form, but I'm already rich in love.
Right.
And that's why God can use me because I don't want
You don't
nothing.
you don't think he already did?
He's doing it now.
Okay.
He knows he can use me because he had to put me through all these tests. All these tests.
Now, do you think you passed or failed any of these tests?
I had to pass because I'm sitting here.
If
I was failing, I wouldn't be sitting here.
I was just want to know what your answer was going to be.
And he entrusted somebody in my path that believed enough in me to do this, Larry Hawkins and Raheem Shepard. He got Liz's last name. Remember Liz Shepard, my old best friend? Yeah. His last name is Shepard. He's a wrestler, just so you know.
Okay.
And he does HVAC. Larry do HVAC.
Okay.
So they have careers and lives. They take this time out to help me. This is a part of my schooling. We get credit. They get paid for this. But still, we couldn't be doing this if I hadn't took the steps that I took to make this happen.
Okay.
So that's why I be trying to tell people sitting around waiting on God to do something. God don't do that kind of work. You have to take the steps forward to get the process started.
That's
and then
true.
He'll carry you through. And he can use me now. He know that. He knows that I don't want to really say suck my dick, but he knows I will at the drop of a hat in a priest house.
You think you'll ever stop saying that?
I don't have to say it anymore. I did it on social media.
Okay.
I still just do it because it's just a part of me. But eventually that'll die off just like everything else, you know. Nothing lasts forever. Okay. My next thing might be saying, go to hell with gasoline draws, you know, but it's gonna be something because that's who I am. Like, and God says you can stop saying that's who I am. That's who you became. That's not who you are. He said when I was born, I had a purpose, plan for you. It got sidetracked, but you back in alignment with me. So now, just do what I tell you, and this is what He's telling me to do. Here we are, Margot. Girl, you know they calling what they say, calling the hoes. Larry.
we have to cut that out.
Larry, we done.